And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. To throw, it's Brady. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. To throw is Brady. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2. They'll try the sneak, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
I've been fortunate enough along the way to see 2-point conversion attempts in all levels of football. That's my first quarterback sneak for a 2-point conversion attempt. That's actually insulting to a defense. I'm just going to tell you straight up, and they didn't get this.
I was going to say they were insulted. Those guys in the middle, though, they stood tall. They won the trench battle.
Yeah, they did. I think they stared them all the way back to the bench like, are you kidding me? I cannot believe you made that call.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott looking deep down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Dancing to his left. Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get him for a loss of about 3. Now a play fake. Brady. Throwing left side. He's got Gronk complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing on first down is Brady. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Gordon, 27 yards. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offside. Easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Foxborough after this. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Here's Prescott. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Rolling to his left. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them, because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
The rifles one complete into the hands of Gronkowski. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Brady now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Tyrone Crawford breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. On play action, it's Brady. Steps away. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Brady going to go on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he takes this one back into the end zone. zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And some space here. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. Gronkowski's going to go past the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into...
So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter. Here comes Tom Brady and the Patriot offense back onto the field. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. He's at the 30. 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play, a pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And some room to work. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
And we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47, and he'll return this ball. Across midfield to the 47.